emulate this afternoon. Colin Nish makes his 150th Kilmarnock appearance today in the week in which he was linked with a possible move to Nottingham Forest. Nish in good form, having scored in 3 of his last 4 games, and he's also scored in the last 3 Kilmarnock Celtic matches here at Rugby Park. Dougie McDonald gave 2 penalties in the Dundee United Rangers match last Sunday, but it was a very impressive performance from the official. His last Kilmarnock game, the home defeat to Rangers here in August. Jim Jeffries goes back to April 2000, last time that he got the victory against Celtic. Gary McSwegan, the man that scored the goal for Jim's Hearts that day, but what a job Jim and Billy Brown have done in the face of the injury problems they've suffered. Well, Celtic may have lost 3 of their last 4 games in all competitions, but they are averaging nearly 3 goals a game to be the top scorers in British League football. Rugby Park has been good for them as well. 9 wins in a row here, but can they see off a Killie side who've impressively defied a crippling injury list to reach their now customary 5th position. And Rod Stewart amongst those taking in the action today. Here's Nish. And breaks for Scott McDonald, who's got a bit of space with which to work. And now McGeady, who started as expected on that right flank for Celtic. Kennedy. Commanding header from Simon Ford. Now Paul Hartley. Yarashik. Hartley's crossfield ball cut out by Willie Gibson, but he's only presented it straight to Brown. And Celtic have a throw.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if McGeady can provide something a little bit extra from the right-hand side. Sometimes it's just something like that that can change your luck as far as getting on the score sheet is concerned.
Caldwell. Gordon Strachan, hoping of course to be the first Celtic boss since Jock Stein to win 3 titles in a row. Here's Jan Vennegoor of Hesseling. Yarashik. O'Leary stayed on his feet, saw off the challenge. Here's Naylor now. Nice turn by Brown. Getting away from Hamill. Still Scott Brown. Pulls it back from McDonald. And hits the outside of the post.
Well, that is unplayable from Brown. McDonald just missed out, but you can just see he fades to go one way and quickly the other way, and that makes it really difficult for Hamill. And once he gets to a certain level there, it's difficult to pull him back. He's inside the box. He's very strong, and he gets his head up and he picks out McDonald. Great play.
Nish climbing over Paul Hartley and concedes the free kick.
Yeah, Nish clearly climbing there. He's having a good season, certainly leading the line well for Kilmarnock.
And McDonald is offside.
He's unlucky. And that could provide something for Celtic today. In behind O'Leary, who's not a genuine right back. Both sides here today having problems in that department. O'Leary was caught forward a little bit, and that's where Scott McDonald can take advantage into those holes.
Danny Invincible. Yarashik. And Wales trying to make life difficult for him. Nish. Hamill. Fowler surviving the stumble, and he did well to put the ball through the legs of McDonald. Now O'Leary. And Lee Naylor puts the ball out of play for a throw.
Yeah, that's the balance we were talking about earlier that Kilmarnock have with O'Leary. He will go down the right hand side. He's an athletic boy.
Simon Ford offering himself as an option, and it's broken kindly off McDonald for O'Leary. McDonald from the left back position, and he clears as far as Fowler. A little bit difficulty staying on his feet so far. Johnny Fowler, the top surface very greasy here at Rugby Park. And Fowler, of course, picked up ankle ligament damage the last time these two sides met, which brought an end to his long run of consecutive games for Killy. Good pressure this from Kilmarnock, invincible.
Yeah, it's good pressure, Jim, but you really have to try and get the delivery into the box. They've had 2 or 3 goes at it.
Simon Ford's throw. Back to him from Fowler. Kennedy's header away. Hamill looked for invincible, only found Hartley, the other number 11, and now Scott Brown can bring it away. McGeady. Good covering by Willie Gibson. Added the defensive side to his game. It's McDonald's. Bought the free kick from Fraser Wright, and it's a free kick to Celtic.
Yeah, he did. He was looking for it, but it was good play nevertheless because he just holds on to it. And that's a good thing about both strikers for Celtic. Very good at holding the ball up. And they'll certainly bring the midfield into play. Big Jan Vennegoff Hessling there.
Hartley leaves it for Naylor.
Well, it certainly wasn't an attempt at goal, but I think if he played that ball more across Combe, it gave Jan Vennegoff Hessling a chance to get in across it. Gordon Strachan, of course, will take notes throughout the whole match.
Another foul against Colin Nish. This time it was McManus that he fouled as he challenged for the ball. McGeady has got away from Hamill. Couldn't get away from Invincible, but referee Dougie McDonald has said it was a foul. And then didn't like the back chat from the Australian.
Well, McGeady just started the same way as he's been playing. Very direct.
This free kick in a more central position, a bit further out. There's Jarosik. Shoots from distance, and the deflection could have been awkward for Combe, but it is a corner.
Yeah, I don't think the strike itself was going to cause too many problems, but as soon as it takes the deflection and it's forward, he just gets a flick on it.
Paul Hartley with the first corner of the game for Celtic. Pushed by Naylor on Gibson, and the referee spotted that as well. Now, Willie Gibson's been in good goal-scoring form. 3 SPL goals this season after 2.5 years without scoring. Took advantage of a defensive blunder last week here between Basso and Nielsen.
Yeah, he gives them a good balance with natural left-sided width to complement Invincible on the right-hand side.
Yeah, and Vennegoff Hessling does well to feed McGeady. Hasn't got too many options. Gibson again coming back and covering in front of Gary Hay.
Yeah, Gibson's going to have to do that today. Double up with Hay on McGeady. It does normally take 2 to stop him.
McGeady. It was Fowler that came back to take it away from McDonald. Helped on by Nish, looking for Gary Wales. The return ball from McManus catches Venegor of Hesselink offside.
Jan Venegor of Hesselink obviously not 100% back to his match sharpness yet. He's now getting games. Certainly adds something different for Celtic.
Jim Jeffries not too far away now from his 100th victory in charge of Kilmarnock. The longest serving manager in the SPL. And this is his 6th year in charge of Killy. Here is Nish, got a great goal scoring record. Wouldn't have counted. Danny Invincible was offside.
Well, it's certainly going to be very tight. And he finds so much room as well. Invincible coming in from that right-hand side. You can see, as the ball's played, he just goes maybe a yard in it, but he certainly found the space in there.
Jarosik. And Naylor's cross a disappointment.
Well, as I said, he is looking along the line. He shouldn't be caught offside, but look at the room he finds in there.
Good start for the officials. And Invincible, who is only just back in the side himself after injury, of course. The score here, the last time one of the old firm were at Rugby Park against Rangers in a home defeat. To Boric. A nice Colin Nish would have been a picture book goal for his 150th Kilmarnock game. And John Kennedy happy to put the ball out of the ground. They do have the joint best defence in the SPL this season so far, Celtic. Dundee United have also conceded just the 10 goals in the opening 11 games.
Yeah, but there's been a lot more continuity about the Dundee United defence than there has the Celtic one, so you've got to give Celtic credit for that.
Gary Wales just going to receive a little bit of treatment. A little bit of blood on the shirt, necessitating a change. Hartley. Naylor left it for Boric. Hartley. Brown. Jarosik. Guiding it on for Naylor, who's got two to try and hit in the centre. Covering from Fraser Wright, back out to Naylor. Ford denied McDonald the space to turn. Hartley. McGeady. Away from Gibson, good save from Cohn. And the offside flag up against McDonald as he attacks the follow-up, but a good save from Alan Cohn.
Yeah, good initial patient spell from Celtic, and then McGeady lights it up again. Just a little touch to the right hand side to give himself that yard. Good strike. Just a wee shout of an elbow there from Celtic right back, but I don't think Caldwell was really at fault for that one.
Jarosik.
It's quite interesting. Paul Hartley's picking the ball up in these areas. Far more conventional for him. The job he's doing today. The playmaker.
Ford takes it away from McGeady.
Just thinking about that with Paul Hartley. He certainly has a steep learning curve at Celtic Park, even though he is very experienced at the moment, because he's played as a sitting midfield player, right back, left back, just off, and now today back into his usual role again.
There he is again, starting a Celtic attack. Vanagor of Hesselink looking for McDonald. Hamill. McManus measuring the back pass for Boruc, who is calmness personified. Yeah, 4 clean sheets in his 15 games this season for Arda Boruc, despite the fact that Celtic have this impressive defensive record in the SPL. Ball breaking off Fowler. Hartley able to guide it back for Kennedy. And Celtic with the vast majority of the ball over the last 5 minutes, but Combe just with the one worthwhile save to make so far.
Well, the reason they have got all that possession, as I said, Paul Hartley, again, he just drops off. He's dropping into a very deep position to pick the ball up. I think that gives Kilmarnock a decision to make. I think Fowler may have to just push up a little bit more on top of him. Can't afford to give him so much room. And then again, it's too much time to give a player like Paul Hartley.
Caldwell. McGeady. And Fraser Wright happy to put it behind for Celtic's second corner of the game.
Well, I think Gordon Strachan will be pretty happy, because at the moment Celtic are controlling the match. They're right into their passing rhythm as well. I think Kilmarnock have got to try and stop it at source.
Deft little outswinger from Hartley. Gibson not fouled by Caldwell. And the Kilmarnock fans thought so. In from Hartley, too deep for Vanagor of Hesselink. Wright's got time to turn. There's a throw rather than a free kick for handball.
I think the Celtic fans would love to see Jarosik take at least one game by the scruff of the neck. He's far too often just on the periphery of things.
McDonald, nice touch for Brown. Showed too much of that to Wright, who's hurt, and Scott Brown is going to be the first player cautioned. Wright has got more than a sore one.
Wants his touch, takes it far too far away from him, and you know that Wright is going to win that one. And it's just where that Brown follows through. You can see the outstretched right leg, and that's always going to be dangerous, and rightfully so. Yellow card.
Might be a wince, but Fraser Wright's okay. Scott Brown, Celtic's most cautioned player so far this season. That's his 6th yellow card in all competitions. Here's Wales. O'Leary. And Killy have their first corner now.
Yeah, he did well to eventually win the corner, but I think he should have played it in first time, and that's what, from both sides today, Kilmarnock have to do, get the early ball in the box.
Gary Hay with the delivery for Kilmarnock. It was a dangerous one as well, which Celtic just about dealt with. Now the counter-attack could be on, but Gibson, and he's putting some shift so far, made sure that Celtic couldn't break too far too quickly.
Yeah, I think it was Fraser Wright that almost got on the end of it.
Celtic throw is the judgment from the officials. Jarosik, Naylor. McDonald. Ford stood firm, and there's a push by Scott Brown.
Yeah, it was a push, but at least he's trying to get into the box, give support to his strikers. Well, we've talked about quality of delivery, and that's perfect. It's right in their front post. Puts Celtic under all sorts of pressure, and Wright almost getting his team up, but Boric stood firm.
Naylor. Caldwell. McGeady. Igor Hesselink have made the deeper run of the two Celtic strikers.
And the problem is, it's the fact that he's able to get that ball in. That's two he's had from that side that have just evaded Jan Fenner-Off Hesselink. Maybe the third will be right on his forehead.
Brown. Well read by Gibson. Gary Hay. Hardly there to mop up in front of the back four for Celtic again. McGeady. And he and Vanagora Hesselink on different wavelengths. Deposits Hamill on the ground. Proffers the hand of apology, which is accepted by player and referee.
Well, Hartley's game's not all just about silky soccer.
Seven forward of Gary Hay for him to try and pick out, and Jarosik has got the touch that has put it behind for a corner. Well, Killy missed Gary Hay when he was out of the side, and they missed his set-piece delivery as well. Caused problems along with Fraser Wright for the first corner, and Wright's taken up a similar position at the near post for this second one. And it comes again from Hay. Nish trying to get something on it. And McDonald wins the throw.
There's a real battle there between the two wee guys. McDonald, one out.
Caldwell. Naylor. Gibson. Gary Wales, fresh from ending his long goal drought last week. Now Gibson. Nish. Lee Gibson. Nish looking for the flick on, but just allowed Caldwell to clear. Now McDonald. Claiming that it should have been a free kick, but the referee was well placed and Fowler allowed to continue. And Wales unable to bring the ball cleanly into his stride, enabling Celtic once more to build from inside their own half with Aidan McGeady. Away from Gibson. And then the free kick was given Aidan McGeady's way.
Again, that's just great play. He's faced with the opposition and he just tries to beat them. He gets the edge and the free kick as well, rightfully so. He's back on the ball again. Well, the positive for Strachan at the moment is that Paul Hartley's been on the ball a lot and McGeady looks lively still. Those are the two players that look like they could open Kilmarnock up. They certainly have the firepower in the box if they can get a delivery in there with Scott McDonald and Jan Vennegoor.
Here's Gary Wales. First player to lose his footing on that part of the Rugby Park turf. It ended up being costly for Kilmarnock. It's a Celtic ball.
There's been a few players slipping around.
Gary Wales ended his goal drought last week and in some style as well, scoring the first for Kilmarnock, which was the 50th goal of his career. His first goal in 27 matches. Struggled with injury over the last year or so. Here's McDonald. And good play by Alan Coe.
That's good play from the two strikers combining there. The flick on from Jan Vennegoor. McDonald not frightened to get into a wide area. Skips inside. It's just the final ball.
Nice touch. Here's Gibson. And Hartley again across the cover. And he's won the free kick as well. Here's Willie Gibson. Stretched to try and win possession.
Well, that's the other side of his game. As Peter Grant was saying in the studio, he reads the game very well. And when he is sitting in a deep position, Paul Hartley knows how to mop things up.
Yarishik. Challenged by O'Leary at the expense of a corner.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Although Yarishik's doing all right on that left-hand side, if we see McGeady going back out to the left at some point, up against O'Leary, his pace and his trickery, certainly on this slippery surface. I think that would work for Celtic.
Hartley's ball in, vital header away. There was a half chance inside the 6-yard box.
It's a quality ball in. Look at the curl on it. It's Kennedy that gets up, gets his head to it. Yep. I think it's actually his own player, Jan Vennegoor Hessling, that gets in the way of it. He tries to spin and get it on target, but it was always rising.
Naylor. Vennegoor Hessling inviting Hartley forward. Now Caldwell. McDonald. Yarishik. Cleverly done by Scott McDonald. It took 3 to stop him, but they did manage to stop him. Fowler with the vital touch, and then Gibson has overrun that. And Kennedy just leaving his body there. He's putting Gibson on the Celtic bench.
I think it's Kennedy's momentum that takes him in there, but there certainly wasn't any holding back from it.
Yellow card for John Kennedy. It's his 4th of the season.
And here it is. Yeah, the ball's already out. He just takes his body right across Gibson.
Tim Jeffries, far from happy.
He never is. I think he'll be quite satisfied though, maybe not happy. Half an hour in, still 0-0, and they really haven't had to deal with too much from Celtic yet.
O'Leary. Mouse's clearance will fall towards Naylor. It wasn't going out, but Naylor made sure it did. O'Leary, whose father, of course, played for Celtic, Piers O'Leary, and the brother of David O'Leary. And Ryan playing in opposition to his dad, Celtic. Here's Hartley. Now Jarosik. And more live football coming up for you today, of course, on Setanta Sports 1. Football Saturday keeps you abreast of all the afternoon's action. That's from 4 p.m. on Setanta Sports 1. And it'll be followed by Blackburn against Liverpool from the Barclays Premier League. Tomorrow, small matter, the Edinburgh Derby, 2nd one of the season. Hearts hoping to avenge their opening weekend defeat. And this heavily involved as he always is. An impasse. Lee Naylor ready to take the throw.
A little bit of child's play there between the supporter of Kilmarnock and Naylor.
Fowler just asking Gary Wales to come that little bit deeper for him. Hamill. O'Leary, and he hadn't quite got himself back onside. Hartley. Benagor of Hesseling. McDonald trying to turn away from Simon Ford. Still McDonald. What a goal! That's what he's all about. His 10th goal in 9 games. And Celtic do what they couldn't do at Celtic Park. Break down the Kilmarnock defence and they lead 1-0.
Well, great flick on again from Jan Vennegoor, but don't let Scott McDonald in the box. Certainly not that easily anyway, because as soon as he's in there and he cuts inside, you can see Simon Ford hanging his head. It's at this point the tackle has to be made. As soon as you let him get turned, now you're in trouble, and he can finish. Ford can't get close enough to him. Combe, he's unsighted as well, and a man in such great form is not going to miss those chances.
Big responsibility on Scott McDonald's shoulders. He's the only player to have scored for Celtic in the last 4 games prior to today, but that's now 10 goals in his last 9 and 12 goals this season for his beloved Celtic. Gibson, Nish, and Jarosik is going to cut out the ball for Hamill. Namagidi. Brown. Hartley. Zanagorov Hesselink for Jarosik. Now Aidan McGeady. And McDonald in there again. Same result. 2 goals in 90 seconds for Scott McDonald. And Celtic are 2 goals to the good.
Poor defending and great striking. It's a position he loves to get into, the front post area. Again, it's Jan Fennegaard in a link-up play that finds its way wide. It's a fantastic, look at his run. He times it well. He just skips right into that front post area, and all he's got to do is get a little glance onto it. You can see there, it really is poor defending from right. Turns his back on McDonald, he can't see him. His body angle's all wrong. And that just gave Scott McDonald that instant just to get in behind him, and he knows how to score goals.
Well, he hadn't scored at Rugby Park before today. He was a Motherwell player. Now he scored twice in less than 2 minutes. Scott McDonald yet again on a hat-trick. Kilmarnock have a player down injured. Fraser Wright cutting out the cross. Gary Hay will be able to clear his lines. As Hamill was injured, he's back on his feet now. Naylor. Jarosik. Brown. McDonald. Caldwell. And McGeady going deep this time, but too deep. Scott McDonald with the 2 goals, no doubt about the first one. I just wonder whether he stole a fraction of an inch on the second one.
Well, there's the shades of offside. You can see he makes that run, but for me, that's still on line. Very difficult one, but it's poor defending. As soon as you turn your back on a striker like that inside the box, you're asking for trouble. And again, we get back to Kilmarnock not stopping at its source. The ball's allowed to find its way into a wide position to McGeady, who's already, as we've seen, on form. He doesn't have to beat a defender, he just swings it around. And the rest was all up to Scott McDonald.
Well, he's acclimatised to life with Celtic very, very well. 13 goals this season, that's now 11 in his last 9 games. He's already scored hat-tricks against Dundee United and his old club Motherwell last week. And will he add Kilmarnock that roll of honour today? Here's McGeady, and he just overran it in the face of the challenge from Gary Hay.
Check out how direct this young lad is. Did he just get clipped on the end there?
Well, the officials thought so. It's Paul Hartley free kick for Celtic.
And what that does do, when McGeady gets on the ball, he asks questions of the defence.
Can he score a 6-minute hat-trick? Hartley's ball in. Came, I think, off Jarosik. Combe very grateful that he didn't get anything like the power in it that he needed.
Well, it's a decent ball, and Kilmarnock sitting quite deep on top of Combe. It was quite interesting. Jan Finnegroff Hesselink had a part to play in both of those goals, holding the ball up. We saw it last week with Nish and Wales. Nish laying the ball off for Wales, Wales going round the side and banging it in. And he's been involved in both goals, but it has to be an end product, someone on the end of it. And right now, it's an easy guess, that one, isn't it, with Scott McDonald? They're certainly working as a partnership up there.
Hey. And Boric at the other end hasn't really had a meaningful save to make, while Scott McDonald has his name on the score sheet twice. Hartley. Caldwell. McDonald. Jarosik. And Naylor's made the run forward, but he's offside. Gordon Strachan was saying in his press conference yesterday that if you extrapolate out how many goals Celtic have scored this season, they'd end the season with 109, averaging just short of 3 a game. They have scored 3 or more in 7 of their 11 SPL matches before today.
Yeah, we did say before the match that it was important they had a big feel-good factor result, and so far that's certainly happening, but you also have to say that that's been down a lot to Kilmarnock. They've not been as much in Celtic's faces as they were in that first weekend, and they're paying the price for it.
Jarosik. Benegor of Hesselink. Simon Fall came a long way upfield to move with him. Here's Hay. There's a second ball for John Kennedy to win. And now a flashpoint in the midfield between McDonald and Fowler, and it's the Kilmarnock player that's booked.
I'll be very surprised if McDonald doesn't get booked as well. No matter what happens, he shouldn't react. As soon as he does that, he takes a step forward and a wee push, then for me that's also a yellow card.
No sanctions for Scott McDonald for now. Hayes ball in, invincible. Away by an impressive Hartley. Hartley just indicated over to the bench that Lee Naylor, he thought was struggling there. And he's been suffering with this virus this week, which saw him brought off at half-time against Hearts on Wednesday. Now Hartley on Wales, and the referee and assistant concur that should be a goal kick.
Just looked like he was indicating the problem with his groin, maybe his hamstring.
Kilmarnock free kick this time, foul on right. be delighted. And this is the last away game for Celtic before 4 home matches in a row. Benfica, of course, coming up this week, and Falkirk and Aberdeen in the SPL, followed by Ukrainian Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yeah, so it really works when you go 2 up fairly early on and can coast for the rest of the match. Maybe make a few changes as well for Gordon Strachan. Wonder if Derek Riordan might get a run out today.
McDonald. Away by O'Leary. Hartley. McGeady. Away from the challenge of Gibson as the game goes into 1 minute of time added on at the end of this first half. Naylor. Nish battling with Jarosik and winning the free kick. Driven forward by O'Leary. Hamill. And that brings an end to a first half in which Gordon Strachan will be much the happier of the 2 managers. Gordon Strachan seeing Scott McDonald add to his burgeoning reputation. 2 goals in 105 seconds. Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink with a hand in both of them. And Scott McDonald extending his impressive run to 11 goals in his last 9 games. That was the first, given space inside the penalty area. The second, close to being offside. He stole a march on Fraser Wright and guided his deft header past Alan Coe. Celtic happy with the way things have gone so.
SPL roundup tonight, 7:45 on Setanta 1. And our 6th and final game of the weekend is at Easter Road tomorrow, the 2nd Edinburgh derby of the season, Hibs against Hearts. Join us from 1 on Setanta Sports 1. So a potentially difficult game for Celtic is being made to look pretty straightforward so far. 2 up and Kilmarnock making a couple of changes immediately. Gary Locke will come on. Craig Bryson will be introduced as well in place of Hamill and Gibson. Is it going to make, Stuart, an awful lot of difference?
Well, I think we always say that if you want to try and challenge the old firm, you probably need to get the first goal. And unfortunately that hasn't happened here today. I think Jim has stiffened up the midfield with Gary Locke, but it may be a case of damage limitation now.
Here's the second half with Scott and Jim.
Thank you, Rob. Well, Craig Bryson once scored in that famous cup win for Clyde against Celtic. His Kilmarnock career got off to a slow start because of a knee injury, but he gets the opportunity to feature for 45 minutes and try and make a difference for Killy in this second half. And Gary Locke, who's only started a couple of games after his own injury problems this season, on along with him for this second 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think Kilmarnock have just got to go for it now. They've got nothing to lose, really. The big problem they do have is they don't have much on the bench in the way of forward-thinking players.
Simon Ford sold a little bit short, kind of putting him under pressure. Now Caldwell in towards Scott McDonald. Celtic fans behind the goal wanted a penalty. McDonald didn't appear to appeal for it. Well, almost deceived by McGeady. He's going to throw for his efforts. Here's Brown. Caldwell. Locke in there battling with Scott Brown.
You can see he's going to relish that battle with Scott Brown. Gary Locke, very experienced.
Naylor. So he might be struggling for a moment at the end of the first half, but he has come back out again. Now Caldwell. McGeady. Still Aidan McGeady. And still Aidan McGeady. That would have been a wonderful goal. In the end, Combe hardly had to move to make the save.
Again, that's just great play. Driving the space, cutting inside onto his left foot. It's a weak effort in the end, but at least it's on target.
Colin Nish has scored in the last 3 matches for Kilmarnock against Celtic here. Jim Jeffries not happy with the way the opening 45 minutes went from the performance perspective as well as the scoreline, hence the double change at half-time. Naylor. Yarishik. McGeady for Hartley. Now Caldwell. Plenty of movement ahead of him. And it was Jan Benegor of Hesselink who won it in the air, but there was no power.
Well, come on, it looked to have changed things at the back. You see that it's Ford, O'Leary and Wright in a back three there now. I think that means that Bryson will just sit off the front two strikers. So it's certainly an attacking way to have a go at it. Going to ask some questions of Celtic now.
Gary Hay. Kennedy getting in the way of the shot. The effort back in. Just had Boric at full stretch, but some way off from Fowler.
What this does mean is that it pushes McGeady back slightly, allowing Hay to get down that left-hand side. I'll make him think about going in behind, but it's a decent strike. Never really going to test Boric from that distance, though.
That tells its own story. Another Boric without really having a save to make so far. Just the one shot on target for Kilmarnock. Half of Celtics have been thereabouts.
That's what we're saying, though. I think Jim Jeffries really has to go for it. Got nothing to lose. They've been on a decent run. They've been playing good football, getting good results. And now they've gone that sort of 3-5-2 formation. It's worth a try.
Well, Killy were excellent last week, beating Hearts. Helped no doubt by the red card to Nade in first half stoppage time, but nevertheless, well worth the win.
But what I would say from a Celtic point of view, with the change by Kilmarnock, I'd quite enjoy that if I was a striker up there. Certainly if I was sitting on 2 goals, because Scott McDonald loves to just drift off into those channels, and that's the weak point when you play a back three.
Here is McDonald. McGeady. Combe took a chance, the awkward bounce. He seemed to give the instruction to Fraser Wright to leave it, and then couldn't get there. It's only a corner.
Yeah, Fraser Wright definitely gets a shout here from Combe. You can just see he could clear it himself, but I think the spin just took it away from Combe.
First corner of the second half to be taken by Paul Hartley. Yarosek. McGeady. Jan Benegor of Hesselink guarding it down, McManus is in there. Ford happy just to clear his lines. Caldwell. McGeady. Away by Wright. Fowler battling with Scott Brown. And Yarosik Caught by Bryson, referee more than happy to let play go on with Celtic in possession. Is Naylor, now Brown. McDonald. Brown. Naylor on the overlap. Venegorov Hesseling trying to get in there, the cross too deep for him. Caldwell. Hartley. Ball by Brown, the referee didn't think so. And that would have been a controversial goal. Hartley's effort had beaten Alan Coe. I think there would have been a big inquest from the Kilmarnock bench about that.
Yeah, I think a sense of relief from the referee that it didn't go in. They'd have had a real decision to make.
Three in the book for Dougie McDonald so far. Brown and Kennedy for Celtic and Fowler for Killy. Wales offside.
All Kilmarnock can do is try and keep it tight, try and stay with Celtic as long as they possibly can, and maybe eventually nick a goal, put a little bit of pressure on the away side, but at the moment they're not able to hurt Celtic at all, and if anything it looks like Celtic are going to increase their lead.
Challenge on Gary Hay. Gary Locke's delivery. Boris came out to get there and was nowhere near it. And Kilmarnock are back in the game. Fraser right with the goal. And Killy launched the fight back.
We say all the time with goalkeepers, it's about decision making. It's a fantastic ball in, it's not got too much pace in it, and Boric is nowhere near it. Again, it's a gaff from Boric, because if he comes, he has to go right through the players and get the ball as well. He mistimes it. He shouldn't really be off his line. Certainly not if he's going to be that far away from it. But it gives Kilmarnock just a little bit of hope.
McGeady wins the corner. The referee's assistant goes tumbling as well. And Celtic have an opportunity to restore their 2-goal advantage, but miss the 31st consecutive game away from home in which Celtic have failed to keep a clean sheet. Hartley's delivery. Top of Danny Invincible's head.
Well, if you're going to make mistakes like that, it's not much wonder that you don't keep clean sheets away from home. That's just a basic error from the goalkeeper. It is a decent ball in, and Kilmarnock attack it well, so they've got to be given credit for that, but
Hartley. Jarosik. Naylor. Jan Venegorov Hesseling for McDonald. Unable to turn as he received the ball with his back to goal, and then McGeady has gone through Gary Hay, and his second foul on the same player in the space of a couple of minutes will earn him a yellow card.
well, you can see what that's done with Hay. He's getting on the ball quite easily now, because he's in that 5. He's wide down that left-hand side, and it's forcing McGeady to have to go back and have to make tackles.
5th yellow card of the season for Aidan McGeady.
Well, if I was in Jeffries, I'd be saying to his side, just get the ball in the box. Let's see if Boric is capable of doing that again.
Well, Colin Nish has won the free kick, although it's John Kennedy that's seemingly come off the worst and now holding his nose. What will he do this time? He's closer to goal, which might not prevent Gary Locke just hoisting it in. That's exactly what he's done. Boric stayed firmly planted on his line that time, and Invincible couldn't test it.
Well, I think that's a chance for Invincible. He's got to work at keeping that on target, but there's no surprise that Gary Locke tried to put it back in the same area.
It's not plain sailing anymore. And Elvis is here as well. Brown. McGeady. Igor of Hesseling. Bryson coming back to put the challenge in. Out for McGeady. Cole, McDonald, Jarosik. Good defending. It was Fowler that threw himself in. And Kilmarnock survive for now. Here's McGeady. And he's gone down. The referee had a look. Certainly no penalty. I think the initial contact might have been outside the penalty area anyway. The referee didn't think there was contact. Here's Invincible. Ford. Here's O'Leary. Nish. Wales is onside. Gary Wales, Colin Nish. Boric spares his blushes. Wins his stripes back with a vital save from Colin Nish to deny Kilmarnock an equaliser.
Well, that's what it's all about for a goalkeeper. You can't offend, but when the next chance comes along to redeem yourself, you can do that.
Killy's first corner of the second half. McManus with a header away. Back in from Hay. Boric will just wait for his team to push forward upfield. Well, the game transformed. That would have been 2 goals in 5 minutes if Colin Nish had scored. After 2 in 2 minutes for Celtic, just past the half-hour mark.
He really should have scored as well. He fancied him there as well because he's been playing well this season, scoring goals. It's good interchange of play between him and Wales. And is that, or was that, Kilmarnock's chance to get something out of this match?
Bryson. And Hay. Hartley's header away. Fowler. Helpful again. Nish in again. Blocked by McManus this time. Back in from Nish. And there were 4 Celtic players waiting and nobody from Kilmarnock.
What a block that was from McManus.
In from Gary Locke towards Nish. Couldn't angle the header either side of Boric.
Well, Nish got with a hat-trick in the last 35 seconds or so.
Fraser Wright, the one Kilmarnock player who has scored. Guarding it back safely for Alan Cobb. Invincible. It's a different game now. Challenged by Jarosik. Impressive and well timed. Likewise from Hay. Picked up by Gary Locke. No way through for Wales. Away by Naylor for Brown. And right went shoulder to shoulder. It is a free kick to Celtic.
Well, it's the second of Nish's chances. It's a lovely little pass through to him. You can see what he's trying to do, go back across Boric. McManus was on a hand to block it.
There's McGeady. He tested Alan Combe a few moments ago. Back to him again. Naylor. Too deep. Fraser Wright not taking any chances. Concedes the corner. In from Hartley. And put straight back out. McManus amongst those forward for Celtic's 6th corner of the game. Deeper this time from Hartley. And the header from McManus off target. And Aidan McGeady had a chance to restore the 2-goal advantage.
Wasn't really a chance, he made so much of it because it's a controlled, curled shot with his left foot. Expect Combe to hold that, and when it goes back here to Jarosik, expect him to try and get something on target as well, but again, not been Jarosik's day. I think you have to say this is where the managers, where they earn their corn. Jim Jeffrey's made a big change in his formation. And it's made a big difference to Kilmarnock. The five in midfield certainly been able to get closer to Celtic in that area. And they're winning far more ball. They're causing Celtic problems in behind.
Jarosik went to ground. Looked like a push by Invincible. And breaks back to him off Brown. There's Nish. Jarosik, this time as the free kick go against it. Another chance to launch the ball forward towards a phalanx of aerial targets. O'Leary. Boric. Time to judge the bounce. Caldwell. McGeady. Fantastic. Still he goes. Brown, and Bryson put him on the floor, and that's a free kick. And a yellow card as well.
Yeah, that was a silly one. It's always going to be a yellow card for that. Great play again from McGeady though, down that right-hand side.
Well, he turns 21 on Tuesday, Craig Bryson, and there's an early card for it. Hartley. Lee Naylor waiting for his first Celtic goal. And he's still waiting.
No, he's not going to get it like that. It's made very difficult for him. He's fully 30 yards out. I don't think he expected the pass from Paul Hartley either. Certainly the way that Kilmarnock would have wanted the second half to pan out. As we said, they have managed to sneak that goal. It keeps them in it.
Vennegoor of Hesseling. Brown. Caldwell. McDonald. Trying to turn. Right, ended up on the floor. McDonald. The angle was tight. And he's got a corner.
It's a good block from O'Leary, but you can see Fraser Wright's problems. As soon as the ball's played to Scott McDonald on the edge of the box, it's that low centre of gravity. You can't get close enough to him to stop him from turning. Very difficult to play against.
Low flat trajectory from Hartley's corner. Naylor. Nice touch from Hartley. McGeady. Good ball in, attacked by Vennegoor of Hesseling, and Wright concedes another corner.
Again, it's McGeady involved in just about everything for Celtic. He wants the ball so much at the moment.
6 of those Celtic corners have come since half-time. And that's 7. Important header at one end of the field to get Kilmarnock back into the game. And a succession of important headers from that end of the park as well. And that was close. It's a great save. Combe denying Kennedy.
Yeah, it's a good save. It's helped by the fact that it's straight at him, really. Anywhere to the right or the left. I think he had enough power to take it past him.
Hartley's ball in. Bryson goes down. And he's won the free kick from Caldwell.
Caldwell made a mess of that. He got confused about the pace of the ball, I think. He tried to drop off and he gave Bryson the chance to nip in.
McDonald. An intelligent piece of play to find McGeady. Vennegoor of Hesseling is up with him. Still Aidan McGeady. Shown inside. Challenge comes from Fowler. Hay. And Wales has spent his run to stay on side. Invincible in the middle. So too is Bryson. And Boric stops the ball, finding either of them.
Well, it's end-to-end now. Game opening up a little bit.
Forward with a challenge on his fellow Englishman Naylor. Here's forward again. Harry Wales, the furthest advanced of the Kilmarnock players. Hay. Done very well to keep that in. Two Celtic players attack the same ball. Bryson continued his run forward. Vital header from McManus. Now McGeady, who's kept it in. Look for McDonald. Only found Fowler. Again, getting increasingly stretched. Nish. Fowler. Can't keep it in, can he? Yes, he can. Well, it is. The referee's assistant initially pointed for a corner. Well, the referee happy for play to go on. Here's Jarosik. McDonald. Jarosik. Hey. Hartley. Caldwell. Gora Pesseling going in firmly with Gary Wales. Play goes on. Hartley. McDonald. Naylor. And that's Scott McDonald. Dispossessed by Fowler. Nish. Well, was this out? Well kept in by Fowler. As it hit Hartley. The spin of the ball, keeping it on the line, and Boric kept it in as well. Bryce. O'Leary. Wales trying to get around the back of McManus. Bryson. Wales. Important block by McManus. Up in the way of Fowler's ball. McDonald back to help as well. McGeady. Muted appeals for handball against Wright. Here's McGeady. McDonald wanted it played in early to the front post. Away by 4. Naylor. Jarosik. Invincible back to cover. Now Wales finding Nish. Trying to plough a lone furrow. Kennedy made sure he could get no further, and then Gora Pesseling draws the offside flag. Well, later this afternoon we'll keep you abreast of everything that's going on in football. Saturday on St Andrews Sports 1 from 4. That the prelude, of course, to live Premier League action from Ewood Park as Blackburn look for an 8th consecutive win against Liverpool. And then tomorrow at the Edinburgh Derby, Hibs against Hearts, also on St Andrews Sports 1 from 1. Into the final 15 minutes at Rugby Park. Boric beaten once. Celtic still have the lead. Scott McDonald going away from his 3rd hat-trick of the season. Naylor. O'Leary. Hay. Indeed, still not happy that the throw didn't go his way. It's found its way through for Wales. There's another Kilmarnock throw. Space for Bryson. Hay. His ball away. Fowler. 4. Pushing forward more and more now, Simon Ford. O'Leary. Right. Lock. Fowler. Hay. Fowler to Ford. Nish. Invincible. Fowler taking on Lee Naylor, who had a big advantage and was able to shepherd the ball out of play.
That was good play from Naylor, but you can see now that there's much more width in the game from Kilmarnock. It's allowing them to stretch Celtic a little bit.
Well, they finished 5th in the last 2 seasons, 5th in the table at the start of this weekend after the first part of this season. Jim Jeffries still without Alan Johnston, who is back in training now. David Fernandez still a couple of weeks away. Murray's got an exploratory operation on his knee coming up. Dodd's out with an ankle ligament problem. And so the list goes on. That's why Kilmarnock have had to use 25 different players this season. Another 4 have been unused subs. Still making a very good fist of it. Not out of this yet. Here's Hay. He's won the corner.
Yeah, but again, Hay is able to be released down the left. That meant McGeady going back the way.
Gary Locke's delivery. Boric elected to come out, and this time he did get a good fist to it. Back in from Invincible. At the top of Jaroszik's head for Locke. Ford was still up there. He didn't get as far as him and wouldn't have counted anyway because the referee spotted an infringement. O'Leary's header off target but not academic.
It was a chance, and Gary Locke will get so much time here. Look, eventually closed down by Jaroszik, but not greatly. Able to play a decent ball in. Well, Gary Locke certainly has come into this second half. Played very well in there. He played well against Celtic in the first match of the season as well, but just trying to get to grips with it and control things.
Naylor. Time and space to measure the cross. Too deep though for Vennegoor of Hesseling.
Well, that for me has been a big letdown today for Celtic. Down that left-hand side with Naylor. And certainly Jaroszik. The problem for Celtic is when McGeady's in this form and he's on the right-hand side, they try and play everything through him. It's one-dimensional. It's also a lot of responsibility for Aidan McGeady. Just can't understand why Celtic are not as productive as they should be down that left. And for me, it's a real question why can't Riordan come into this one.
Interception by Ford. Locke heeding the crowd's cry of man on. Away by O'Leary. Nish. And a fantastic chance to equalise, remember. Here's Vennegoor of Hesseling. And he didn't keep it in.
Well, he's worked hard. And so has Aidan McGeady. I just feel his legs are going slightly now. He's trying to release a little bit earlier. He's not driving quite as quickly at the Kilmarnock defence.
Pushed by Locke on McDonald. A bit of pushing and shoving off the ball as well. Jim still not happy. Still has one substitution left at his disposal as well. Gordon Strachan yet to make a change. And it comes from Hartley. Jarosik should have scored. That would have won it for Celtic, but he couldn't hit the target.
Well, that was the 3 points just there. They may still get them, but that should find its way in the back of the net. He sees it coming from a long way out. He's just got to get over the top of it. He's leaning back, and that's what he thinks about it.
Well, he scored on his SPL debut against Kilmarnock last season, Yuri Jarosik, but he's still waiting for his first goal of this campaign. Caldwell. McGeady. O'Leary there to launch it forward. Kennedy elected to let the ball bounce, but he was put under unfair pressure from Nish, so it's a free kick to Celtic. Well, as you can see, the Kilmarnock players who aren't involved today, David Lilly in there, Alan Johnston, David Fernandez, who in many ways will be glad he's not playing against Celtic, because he always gets hurt when he does play against them. Former Celtic man.
Yeah, he joked to me before the match that he has it in his contract now that he doesn't play against Celtic.
He picked up his really bad injury against Celtic last season, then opening day of this season came off the bench and picked up an eye injury in the short time he was on the field. This is old club, win another corner against his current club.
Well, I think from Kilmarnock's point of view, you have to look back to that spell where they had 3 or 4 very good chances, where Nish, as I said, could have got the hat-trick. Boric made that great save to his right-hand side. That was an important spell.
Be a throw despite the claims of a push by Gary Hay.
I think judging by Scott McDonald's reaction here, he does touch him, but wasn't too much in that one.
Caldwell's throw. Bryson. Hartley. Naylor. And still Lee Naylor. Worked onto his weaker right foot. And went for goal himself. And couldn't find the top right-hand corner or McDonald.
Yeah, it just hasn't been working for Lee Naylor this season. Delivery, end product, just not quite there.
Fort. Naylor. Fraser right. Able to guide it back for Alan Coe. And with 4 minutes to salvage something. Beaten here by Rangers and Aberdeen. Well, they were very unlucky to lose to Aberdeen. Victories against Dundee United and Hearts. Scored a few late goals this season. Here's Simon Ford. Away by Naylor. Brown. McDonald. McDonald doing very well to hold it up. Good exchange of passes with Naylor. Vennegoor of Hesselink in the centre. It was blocked by O'Leary.
As usual, Scott McDonald's been everywhere.
And an opportunity for Ryan Jarvis, 21-year-old striker, is going to come on to replace Simon Ford for the time that remains. Jarvis, who once scored a spectacular goal for Norwich against Liverpool. He's got the one SPL goal to his credit so far, which came against Gretna. And he will play up top with Wales and Nish for the time that remains. Fowler wins the throw. Jarosik. Naylor. McDonald. Guided it back towards Naylor. Kennedy.
Oh, it's been a good second half performance from Kilmarnock. If it stays this way, it'll be that spell. They lost it where Scott McDonald just popped up twice. It was poor defending that has cost them.
Now McDonald and McGeady has made a good run forward. Great chance for Aidan McGeady to seal it.
Well, ever there was an example of no end product. He's played so well in this match, loads of energy, taking the ball whenever Celtic have been in possession. He wants it. He had his big chance there to make it 3-1 and get on the score sheet, and he blew it.
Well, he scored against Hibs, but that's his only goal since January, Aidan McGeady. Should have improved that record then. Here's McDonald. Long range attempt to try and seal his hat-trick in the 90th minute. Lock. Jarosik's header. Back from Bryson, and Nish is offside. The game goes into 2 minutes of stoppage time.
Well, we can't point to that lack of clean sheets away from home from Celtic, but I don't think Gordon Strachan will care. It's churning out another 3 points in the SPL. And they have played very well at times. It's never easy up against Kilmarnock. Just in the second half, they've lost it slightly.
Vennegoor of Hesselink guiding it on. Here's McDonald. Brown. And the referee just hold it play. A few words going on between Gary Locke and Yuri Jarosik. It's a Celtic free kick when it resumes.
Yeah, it's a wee shove from Gary Locke, and also stands on Jarosik slightly. That's why he was unhappy.
Brown. Hartley. Over the top for McDonald, who's offside. One last chance then for Alan Cohn to get the ball forward. One last chance for Kilmarnock to rescue a point. Locke. Invincible. Yarosik shanks it away. Kilmarnock have a late corner.
Really is having one. There's Yarosik. Last chance for Kilmarnock. One good delivery.
Wales and Jarvis both waiting. But it is victory for Celtic. Frustration for Jim Jeffries, who changed things round at half-time. Kilmarnock gave a spirited second half display, but Scott McDonald's 2 goals in 2 minutes in the first half proved to be an insurmountable obstacle. Fraser Wright scored for Kilmarnock, got them back into it 10 minutes into the second half after a mistake from Arda Boric, but it's a 10th successive Rugby Park victory for Celtic. And after 3 defeats in the last 5 games, Scott McDonald has again come up with the goals that give Celtic the points and extend their lead at the top of the SPL temporarily to 6 points. Those 2 goals coming in the space of 1 minute and 45 seconds. Gary Locke honours the second half substitute, found Fraser Wright. Although Colin Nish had a couple of opportunities to equalise, Celtic hung on and they have beaten Kilmarnock here at Rugby Park by 2 goals to 1.
They never really killed Kelly off completely, but Celtic hang on in there to double their lead for a few hours at least at the top of the SPL. We'll hear from Jim Jeffries and Gordon Strachan up next.
Scott, congratulations this afternoon. Another win, another 2 goals for you. Are you happy with that afternoon's work?
No, I wanted 3. I'm delighted with that, to get 2 goals. Most important thing is just 3 points. Tough game for us. They come out and played well second half, Kilmarnock. Full credit to them. From our point of view, we give a sloppy goal away and lets them back in the game. And second half never really went to plan as much as I liked. I was wanting a few more chances, but they never really came.
Talk us through the goals. The first one especially was special.
I just felt him tight up against me, so I knew I could roll him. And from there on, I'm one-on-one with him, and that's what I like to do. Get about them and early shot, and just delighted it went in. Second one, poacher's goal. In between 2 defenders, and always nice to get a header.
The Kilmarnock goal changed the match a little bit. You'd looked comfy up until that point.
Yeah, we did. Even at 2-1, we've still played some really nice football at times. Just not the finished article, unfortunately, to make the game a bit easier on us. But it's been a tough week, and we've come through it, and we've got 3 points, and that's all that matters.
Have you been surprised at some of the criticism that's been handed out to the team, especially in wake of that defeat to Hearts?
I guess so, but we're expected to win every game. It's a massive club, this, and as players and as management, we're all disappointed when we lose games. We don't go out there to get beat, that's for sure. And it was unfortunate, Wednesday night went that way. But we showed, we worked hard again today, and that's all we can do is work hard, and with that, hopefully, put a good performance on and get 3 points, and that's what we did today.
Tell us about the partnership with Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink. Do you see that developing?
Yeah, I thought Jan was tremendous today. He won almost every header in the air for me, and it's brilliant to play with someone like that. And you pick up the scraps, and then we play from there. So, no, it was going really well until he got that injury, and it's good to see the big man back, and hopefully he'll be on the goal trail soon.
Attention can now turn to Europe and Benfica next week. It's a huge match for the club, and I guess it's one you really need to win.
Yeah, they're all need to wins, I think, and no matter what game it is when you play for Celtic. So, but as you say, it is a massive game, and we really look forward to it, and we know it's going to be a special night again.
Does it help getting a win under your belt today, looking ahead to that match?
Yeah, it always does, but like I said, we go out to win every game, so we're just delighted that we got another 3 points today.
Scott, well done today. You are the Clydesdale Bank man of the match. Congratulations.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
He is answering all the questions being asked about him at the moment. We spoke about him at the start of the programme. He is delivering big style. 11 goals in his last 9 games for Scott McDonald, and another 3 SPL points for Celtic here at Rugby Park today. A potentially difficult game, but they've come out on top by 2 goals to 1. With me in the studio, Stuart Lovell. Both Rangers and Dundee United can do something about that later on today. But here's the Celtic manager, Gordon Strachan.
Gordon, I think that was every bit as difficult as you predicted before the match. Happy to come away with 3 points?
Well, the second half, the first half was well in control, making chances left, right and centre. We've not had any attempts at goals really, so First half was excellent, 2-0, could have been 3-4-5, and then the second half, we said we don't give them free kicks. We gave them a free kick, they stuck it in, and their spirit after that came back. Kilmarnock, great spirit. They had a nice wee spell for 10 minutes, which we had to see them off, and then again we got back into the game and started making chances. I think what happened with 2-0 went to 2-1. I think the players were in shock. How does this happen? And but fair play to Kilmarnock, big hearts, and but we had enough chances to win a lot of games. But I'm sure that the second half, especially for your fans and football fans, would be enjoyable.
These chances are just not dropping in for you right now, are they?
No, there's a lot of them, but it'll come. It'll come one day. You know, we have to work hard until that comes back again. But I think that's about 34 goals in 12 league games. It's a good average.
You happy with the way that the defence, the team as a whole, stood up to that spell of Kilmarnock pressure in the second half?
10 minutes, you've got to say well done to them. And yeah, we did all right. We threw our head at things. I'd like to be a bit more tidy at times. For a period when we retained the ball, when we got the ball back, if we'd retained it better when we got it, we would have had even more chances. But I thought we got caught up in the basketball type football for a while, back and forward. I was saying to the players when we get it back, have some more touches, and I'm sure we can go right up the pitch. But as I said, it's a good second half for your viewers. For me, the first half was excellent.
Another 2 goals for Scott McDonald. Not just the goals, though, the work rate, the energy that he gives that team. Did you expect to get as much from him so early on in his career here?
Oh, after a couple of days training, we expected that, yeah. And he's working well with the big fella. The big fella took a lot of knocks today without complaining, and he gets bars in the back and knocked down. And he just gets up and abides by the referee's decision, which is, for him, it's excellent.
It's important these two get games together under their belt, isn't it?
Yeah, but we've got Chris Gillen, who showed last week, that he can come and do a job. In time will tell whether they can get a permanent game, but at the moment, the two that are playing they're our regular strikers.
You said the SPL is the priority. You extend your lead at the top until later this afternoon at least, but that must make you happy?
Well, it's a game closer to the end of the season, and we're top of the league. And you can't do any more than that.
Thoughts turning out to Benfica next week?
Not yet, no. I'm going home and play with the grandchildren, and then tomorrow we'll get together and see what's what, who's injured, who's no. Yeah, but we're looking forward to the game again, and we're looking to give the crowd some more excitement, some more goals, which we've done this season. And I'm sure with the crowd's backing, I thought they were excellent today. We'll do all right.
Any fresh knocks, any niggles at this stage that you've seen?
Well, I've got a few niggles in my life, but I just ignore them.
Thanks today, Gordon.
Thank you, Ta.
I love it when he goes all philosophical. A game nearer the end of the season, just the 26 SPL games to go for Celtic, but a vital 2-1 win for them here today. Stuart Lovell and Peter Grant are with me in the studio. Let's have a look through the key moments of the match. And Kilmarnock certainly can't say they weren't well warned about the threat of Scott McDonald. They've seen what he's done in recent weeks, and inside 2 minutes he had a chance to put Celtic in front.
Yeah, and it's all about his movement as well. Brown does very well, but he always manages to find space in the 6-yard box. Just as Brown cuts down to the byline, you can just see him just pull off Simon Ford there, gives himself a couple of yards, and he's unlucky not to open the scoring. Some good movement by Brown, because he just sucks Jamie Howling, uses his strength and his pace to get away, but you're always looking for a strike. All you can do is find a yard or two in the box to get a shot off, and he did that very well on numerous occasions in the match today.
I don't think we'd have wanted to be in the home dressing room at half-time to hear a classic Jim Jeffries rant, because Peter, was not at all happy about the way they conceded the 2 goals to Scott McDonald.
Yeah, I can understand that. Scott's very strong. When we had him, we've seen it that in his play. But you watch him, he gets too tight on the first flick on. He uses him well, he turns away from him, then he stands him up, and then he should have forced him down the side of the pitch. He allows him into the middle of the goal, and he's going to punish you because he's got that quality, he's on fire at this moment in time, he's got that confidence. And it makes it very, very difficult for Kilmarnock. And great credit to Scott, because he's tending to play, and it was a good link-up play with the 2 strikers. So great credit to him, and it was, as I say, a fantastic finish.
But it's one thing